of the Charleston Battery. Fun game coming up here this evening, Eric. If you are Charleston, you've already set your seating, and so to you by Mick Ultra. And for Charleston there, without Emilio Icaza and Juan David Torres, Segbers coming into the 11 for Detroit, and they've made some pretty surprising moves. Villanueva, Carroll, Cedeno, Williams, all to the bench. First touch belongs to Arturo Rodriguez, and here we go. Patriots point in the low country. It's easy work for Leland Archer. Hammers the diagonal, seeking Rodriguez. Ball got knocked down by Wheat. Blackstock kept it moving. Rodriguez clips the cross. Amu Mensah nods it further. Segbers, ball caught at the feet of Carlos Herrera, and he hangs on.
That second phase of play for the Charleston Battery, able to recoup possession and immediately charge down the field. And when you recoup possession that high up the field, you already have the numbers.
This corner brought to you by the Pepper Law Firm, the official legal services provider of the Battery. Aaron Malloy. Hangs service backside, looping header. Herrera leaps up to snag it.
You already see some of that physicality from MD Myers. Mentioned what picking up that early yellow means. He's still getting into those big altercations in the box that get him first contact. Aaron Malloy just continues to be that set piece threat for the Charleston Battery throughout this season. Scored the opener on Monday against the defending champions, Colorado Springs Switchbacks, off a deflected free kick of his.
In a really weird situation that we just saw something occur a couple weeks ago with Las Vegas. Get to that in a moment. Ball picked up by Smith. Dishes outside for Seba Guinzotti. And this struck from range. A lot of pace on it, but Zamudio controls it. They fielded an ineligible player who is not a part of their 23-man roster, which is the first question I had, whether that was something that occurred. I've only seen that twice in my years in the championship. The other, Ioze, the great outside back for Indy 11 for so many years, was suspended for a game. They had to pull him off the 23, but forgot to reinsert him. And so they had to pull Ioze shortly before kickoff of a game a handful of years ago. And ultimately, it was the stepping in front to hold on to it, but given away on the diagonal through midfield. Rodriguez wide, Martinez crossing, header glancing from MD Myers. And that'll take us into the intermission. Scoreless here at the break.
And for Detroit City, structure defensively has been great.
7 goal contributions in 550 minutes. That's pretty good. Detroit gets the first touch of the second half. Here we go. Win for Charleston would...
Besides that, haven't seen his involvement in the attacking half of the field. I don't imagine you want that to grow.
Header down. Advantage played. What a hit.
Mensah just absolutely comes through the player. And
is that not Bryant? Oh, there's, okay,
yep.
The first one. I'm like, wait a minute.
We said it a few moments ago, this is really good officiating.
Amu Mensah goes into the book for a crunching tackle.
Missing frame, but then you do go back and address the yellow card.
They gave 2 yellow cards. They gave Amu Mensah and Bryant yellows. Rubio Rabin alongside Arturo Rodriguez if he wants to go short. Play a 2-man game. Rodriguez will ping it long. Back post, header, Malloy down. And kicked by Bryant into the stands, another corner.
right idea from Aaron Malloy to put this right back into the mix. But this touch from MD Myers, he's arriving into that space as the ball arrives, so it takes that kind of a heavier touch, gets away from him.
Header glancing, and in! Hammered home! MD Myers! His 15th of the year, he's one off the Golden Boot. The breakthrough Charleston had been waiting for comes 65 minutes into the match.
And he does it with replicating the space that he just occupied, but from the opposite side.
By the way, one off the Golden Boot means Cal Jennings, his teammate. Ball into the box, lifted into the air, carried into the width. Landry upfield, Rabin. The tiebreaker for the Golden Boot, assists. Jennings has 6, Myers has 4. Diouf! Detroit responds instantaneously! A win puts them in the playoffs, and Detroit equalizing with plenty of time remaining in Charleston.
And a collective press here from Detroit City. Good ball from Cedeno, laid off from Chapman. And Diouf gets this strike all right. Wraps it around not only his defender, but gets it. One of those two teams in the East that have just set the pace from the word go. That says something.
You know, I even think back. Remember when the New England Patriots had the undefeated regular season? The last game that they played was against the New York Giants. The Giants they hung in there. They lost the game, but they looked back on that a month later and said, well, that's proof. This from long range! I mean, you want to talk about trying to take the entire game on your shoulder, world off its axis.
Yeah, this touch just gets away from Leland Archer. Terrific vision to see how far Zamudio was off his line. And typically that is a situation where you do have a goalkeeper higher because you're in possession. Just one of those awkward situations where ball bounces away from you, but clever from Adebayo Smith, just unable to get that to dip at the right time.
They're having trouble getting it off Charleston. That's it, it's full time. It is going to be an agonizing night and perhaps an agonizing week for Detroit City. Another chance to clinch their place in the playoffs goes by the wayside.